So Nokia died in 2014. Windows 10 Mobile died in 2017 officially. So how is this possible that in 2024 the Windows Phone still looks so modern and it still doesn't feel like it's an old operating system that has no support from Microsoft anymore? How that is so modern today? How ahead Windows Phone was actually then? So in this video, I'm going to explore some of that. The first thing has to be the minimalist UI. It doesn't have that much of clutter actually. Now, I know certain people might not like the whole Windows Phone UI with the tiles and all those things. It is kind of confusing to them. But the idea behind it was different. Now, I know Android is much more customizable than Windows Phone or even iOS today. But the problem is, when you do actually want to customize, the permission that those launchers ask you kind of feels sketchy sometimes. Windows Phone, on the other hand, didn't have all of these things, and it was minimalist at its core. The only thing that you had were the live tiles. This is the home screen. That's it. You swipe, you have all the apps. Whatever you want to pin, you can have it right over here. But the cool part is that if you're really getting bored of this blue color, then you can change it to pink if you like it. If you want to match it with your green dress, you can do it. You can have lime green, you can have deeper green, and you have quite a few options. But on top of that, you can also see another reason why Windows Phone was actually ahead of its time. And that is the dark mode toggle. There is a dark mode and a light mode built in inside the operating system since the inception of the Windows Phone. Whether you talk about the Windows Phone 7 or Windows Phone 8 or even the Windows 10 mobile operating system. Can you remember those times when Google and Apple were actually struggling to put proper dark mode inside their operating systems? It was really funny actually. So aside from the color options, whether the boring colors or the exciting colors, you also had the tiles that were live. Kind of they are working as a widget. Now, if you don't know, I also have a launcher set on my Samsung Galaxy that gives me the same kind of Windows Phone home screen experience. And I like it not because I love the colors or the Windows Phone, I miss that. Yeah, I do, but mostly because of how much productive it makes me. Whatever I want is just right there. Unlike the default Android home screen of most phones where people struggle to find their apps and they scroll here and there a lot of the times. Here, you have it on your face. That's the home screen. You unlock it, that's what you're going to see. But the next thing that I feel why Windows phones were ahead of its time is that the live tiles and the UI experience, the overall UI experience was consistent across the lineup. Also, it was much less power hungry. And that's why it provided a great experience on all the smartphones. Whether you have the cheaper one or the highest end one, you have the same exact experience. The only differentiating factor between them were the camera system, the better screen, and the better build quality. Like slightly better or maybe the better design. The next feature that I can think of is actually you can install applications on SD card. Even then, the Windows Phone will give you the same lag-free experience that we can expect from a Windows Phone device. Now, a lot of people might not agree with this, but Microsoft services were also something that made the Windows phones a very much a modern operating system or a futuristic one back then. Even though not everyone will agree with this, but let's face it, even today, some of the Microsoft services still work on the Windows Phone. OneDrive still works on it pretty much properly. Bing Search kind of works. Even Office somewhat works on it. Maybe not the best possible way, but it still does work. Now, the one most notable feature that I forgot about is actually the navigation system in it. The Here Drive Plus and the Here Maps, now Bing Maps on the Windows 10 mobiles, are amazing. Even today, they work beautifully well. Maybe not the most updated one for sure, but they are so good. I mean, Microsoft actually did one thing really right on Windows Phone, that the manufacturers were forced to have a search button right beside a home and a back button that also used to work as a multitasking button. So even though Cortana was much better than Siri at the time, it had its own uniqueness. It has a good animation, it sounds amazing. Everything was just on the right track. And if Windows Phone would have been alive today, then the search button would have been the co-pilot button. And how amazing that would have been. It could have been the most killer feature. Anyway, there was another thing that a lot of people might remember, but a lot will not. The People's Hub app had social integrations. Back then, Instagram was not a big thing, but Facebook and Twitter were. And this is the place where you can open your contacts and you can also see them on the Facebook and also on Twitter. And you can interact with them right from there. Now, I can't really show you the working example in it, But that was the thing. The same thing goes for the Photos application on the Windows Phone 8 and 8.1. You could just interact with the photos too from the Twitter and Facebook feeds. And that's not the same thing that you can still find in any single Android or iOS applications. Now let's talk about the Metro UI a little bit. The Metro UI had the big titles, the headings, whatever you say, and a lot of swipe gestures who are integrated in it. Like everything was kind of like floating somewhat. They had the background in it. It was so damn different. But can you say the same thing about Android phones though? iOS is somewhat consistent with everything, but Androids, no, they are not. They are totally different skins out there, so they're just a hodgepodge. I like it, but I'm just saying it's not consistent. And who can deny the biggest thing in the Windows Phone world? The Nokia's hardware and software innovations. This is something that made the Windows phones modern even today. For example, in the software department, they introduced a lot of features. Like the Google's Best Faces feature was actually there in the Lumia's too. It used to call the Lumia Smart Cam. And you know what? Apple recently introduced that you can refocus on any subject after you took the photo. Well, that was there too, named Lumia Refocus, launched in 2013. There were so many applications like that. There was Nokia Storyteller. You have so many applications. You can create a GIF file using the Lumia Cinema Grab. If you want the navigation, you have the Hair Maps, Hair Drive Plus. You want to create a hyperlapse video, there is an app for that. You want to add new gestures to your phone? You had an application for that too. And you can even change the lock screen even if you don't really like the minimalist and very unique lock screen of the standard Windows Phone. There were so many new cool things that came to the Windows Phone thanks to Nokia, mostly. And can you really forget about the glance screen? No, you can't really. Because this is one unique feature that Nokia introduced, then Motorola copied, and then Samsung copied, and then Apple copied. And we know it as the always-on display now. It is the same exact feature, but back in 2013 they introduced it. The same way they introduced the wireless charging feature on phones like the Nokia Lumia 920, the 1020, and phones like that. I mean, the iPhone 8 and iPhone 10 introduced wireless charging in 2017. And if you talk about the hardware innovations, Nokia had phone with 41 megapixel camera, when Samsung and Apple were dealing with only 13 megapixels and 8 megapixels respectively. And that 41 megapixel was not a joke. It was a massive camera sensor. It has a 1/1.5-inch sensor, similar to that of the iPhone 15 Plus's 48 megapixel sensor. Just think about that. And as a standard smartphone camera sensor, this is a fairly big sensor. And it also had a 4x lossless zoom. The iPhone only had 2x lossless zoom. The 930 that you're seeing on my hand had a 20 megapixel f2.4 1/2.5-inch sensor. And you can also capture 4K 30fps videos that still look so damn crisp. Here is a big comparison between this and my iPhone. And on top of that, the camera experience, the camera capturing experience was also very different. You had the option to even turn on and off the HDR. Then you can adjust the amount of flash you want on the subject inside the photo. I still don't have it on any Samsung or Google phones. As I was talking about the camera UI, you can just swipe and you will have a full manual controls for the camera and a very unique way presented. This is something that was also made Windows Phone very popular at the time. The camera experience of its own in total that includes this application. I mean, even if you look at the build quality of the Windows phones and the options they used to offer. For example, the removable back panels, the plastic back panels were much better quality than the Samsung's plastic back panels. Somehow Nokia did compete with Samsung's glass-made phones with plastic-made phones. Because of the build quality, they were so good. Just look at this Lumia 930. The metal frames at the sides, the flat sides, very, very premium looking and very premium feeling even today. Like no one can deny that. The same way the display is AMOLED display, launched in 2014. And then you had the color options. Windows phones were known to have color options. The way the Windows Phone UI had color options, the phones were also coming with like variety of colors like bright pink, bright orange, even bright green. So many different colors to choose from. Unlike today's phones with colors that aren't even colors now. And then there were the smaller things like two-stage camera button. And this is something that is coming to the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max we are hearing. Like this button allows you to focus using a half press and full press will shoot the photo. The same way that the ringtones, the animations, all of these things made the Windows Phone much more modern. Just listen to these ringtones. Like they still feel something unique and modern and professional. Kind of like doesn't feel like, oh, it's a quirky kind of kiddish ringtone that was launched back in like when, I just don't know. No, it still feels modern. Very subtle but very modern and professional. And the best part that I didn't mention, the keyboard. It is still today much better in terms of typing than the Samsung's keyboard, the Google's keyboard, or the Apple's keyboard. I don't know why any other companies didn't copy this, or even Samsung didn't port it over to the Android world as a separate application or the Surface devices. But hey, this is so damn amazing. It has a cursor if you want that. It has proper long, tall keys, and the sound it does make, so cool, so cool. So yeah, these were the some features that kind of made me think about the Windows Phone totally differently. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How much you like Windows Phone and how much do you miss it? And yes, if you feel like you need some really cool wallpapers for your devices, whether it's a tablet or a smartphone or even a laptop, well, I have some crazy cool 8K wallpapers, stunning designs, and amazing colors. Visit my website, joindavid.com, link down below. And until the next one, bye and take care.